welcome to our final project of the year. And for this one, what we're going to be doing is producing a podcast. So last time I had you pick a topic, right, or a group that you were gonna use and start thinking through it a little bit. And here's really the kind of the big piece of starting to figure out what you're gonna say. So the first thing you gotta know is, what question are we trying to answer? What we're trying to answer is this question right here, okay? How can studying the past lead to a greater appreciation of other people and places? So you've got to answer that during your podcast. Your answer to that is going to be your claim, okay? Your research, that's going to be your evidence. And then ultimately, you're going to give me some reasoning to explain how that evidence helps to support your claim, okay? So I had you pick a group you were going to do about it, the Maya, the Aztecs, or the Incas. In case you need them, there's the links to the textbook that have those lessons, right? But I asked you to also read one additional section. Depending which section just depends on what your topic was. If you had the Incas, you've got this Profiles in History 1. If it's the Aztecs, you've got a literature reading. And then if it's the Maya, you've got the Popol Vuh, which I think is a history, if I remember right. It's a Mayan history document. Okay, but you're going to pick one of those two. And what you're going to do as you're going through your notes, or maybe reading because you accidentally skipped reading before, right? And as you're reading those documents, you're going to be taking some notes. Right, so you're looking for evidence, again, in answer to this question: how can studying the past lead to an appreciation of other people and places? Right? You're going to write down at least 5 things in your own words. That means the words that you might use in talking to a buddy, or maybe your younger siblings, or your cousins, somebody like that. Okay? Not the words from the textbooks. We're not copying. We're putting things in our own words. Okay. And that's going to be our research for the assignments. We're going to pull from this when we're writing the script, and writing the script is how you're going to spend the rest of this week. Okay. Is getting your script drafted out, thinking about what are you going to actually say when you're making your recording. Okay. So remember, evidence can be examples, it could be quotes, it could be statistics. Since we're talking about studying the past and it leading to an appreciation of other people and places, if it were me, I would look for things that I thought were cool or neat in what I was coming across, right, about those different societies. Maybe if, I'm not Latin American, but if I were, I might look to how that could link into my family history, right? And so how knowing about that link then leads me to the appreciation. What did I learn from it? Things like that. There's a lot of different ways you could approach this. So I just suggested a couple. Those are not the only ways. Don't feel bound by that. But just some ways to get you started if you're not sure how you might approach that. All right, so if you need help with this stuff, if you have questions, by all means, go ahead, reach out, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in class.